Hello everyone, let's get started. Put pluses into the comment and we'll get started. If you can hear me well, see my screen, and so and so and so. As usual, I'll remind you that everything that I'm using in this workshop you can find in the description. And also I really ask you to ask your all question in the end of the workshop, not during. If you have any question, just write down and ask in the end, so I won't be distracted, and we'll do faster the main part of the workshop, and then I'll answer all your questions. Also, I'm curious how many of you was in the previous episodes of our workshop, so you can write how many you use before, like 1, 2, or 3 of all of them maybe. And hello everyone again. Today we are going to create a really cool living room. I really love it. So we're going to do this living room, and I'll tell you how it was, how we come up with this interior, with this idea. We used Midjourney to generate it, and I'll show you how we made it and how we combine all the pictures that we found. Okay, so pluses here. Hello everyone, one more time. My name is Irena Poliakova, and today we're going to create this living room. So all of them, okay, that's really cool. If you guys haven't seen any of the previous episodes, I highly recommend you to see it, because we use a lot from this in the current scene, so better to watch it, so it will be more easier for you to do the same scene. Okay, the exteriors will do Daniel soon, so stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, and you will see exterior as well. So let's start it. I'll open the folder and show you what I have generated in at all. What we found, the really first one, you remember maybe the previous one, they was not really looks like perfectly fine. For example, this was our generated Midjourney bedroom. The next one was bathroom. This one is a bit better, but still not perfect. And the kitchen was, well, actually the kitchen was almost perfectly fine for us. So here was our kitchen. So for the living room, the first picture that I have made generate, it was those ones, like primitive, like quite nice to our entire project. You can see like main topic, like white walls, wooden floor, soft colors, not super ambient line, but that's okay. So could be, right? And next one was this one, also nice, could be, but you can see all this kind of living room like everywhere in internet. If you like search for tutorials for 3ds Max, it will be all the same, like all very similar. That's why we wanted to create something way more interesting, so we tried harder and generate way more pictures. So let's have a look. So this one, I really love it. It's not exactly what we need. You can see like dark walls. The light for this interior is like more evening lighting, not like our like ambient, a little cold lights. So in general good, but not exactly what we need, right? And many of them. This one could be like, it's also easy, very common to our interior, to our project, would work perfectly fine. And this one also really nice, but like the normal living room. So we generate a light to pick the best of the best. This one we really love it. But again, here you can see the evening lighting. The color is not exactly ours, but it's more close to our main project. You can see the white walls, wooden floor, super cool sofa, soft and nice, interesting armchair, and few more here. So what we did, we decide to use those two pictures. This one is first one, and this one as the main view. So what we did, we combined two of those pictures together. So we took the wall from the previous picture and everything else here. But you should keep in mind that everything else should be like in all our whole project. So we should keep at the same color palette, at the same more or less lighting, not the evening lighting. For that, we already create 3 rooms, so we don't need much of the mood board. We know what color we should use, what the lighting we should use, so it will be easier in the fourth room to create it. So that's how we come up with the idea for this interior, and let's get started. So you can find into description the main scene, but there won't be like a lot of object because it's not made by me, but in general, the whole room, some sofa, some painting will be there. Everything else you can find in the links, or you can put something from yourself. Let me know what version of Corona to download. I'm using the Corona 9. You can find a demo version in the main site and use it. So if you go to Corona, here download, select for 3ds Max, and you can see Corona 9, download and install it. It will be available for you for 45 days, so you can try it. Okay, I'll open the scene and we can start customize the lighting. I'm going to use override material. Because we have a lot of decor here, books. I don't want to do every single book here, definitely. So that's why I'm override every single material, and then we'll add to exclude and work with every single one. So open render setup, performance, I'll turn off the noise, interactive, and also I'll log this view for the render. That's all I need here. And also I need override. Next I'm going to open material editor. You can see that I have 2 materials here, well actually 3 of them. That's our floor. I use the same as we use in the I think in the kitchen. Maybe I modified a little bit, but you will have it in the scene that I upload for you, so you will see the difference between them. So you can just plug in your maps and it will be more or less the same. Well, you can customize little by little for yourself. Also the wooden materials that I'm going to use for the wall with the books and shelves. Also use it from a previous workshop with kitchens, so I took it from there. Also maybe a little bit modified, but in general all the same. So that's why we not customize that, and we go to the next materials. We'll more work with fabric materials today, and I believe it will be very interesting to see. So I need just general my base material for overriding. I'm going to create Corona Legacy MTL, and the same as usual, 90 value for diffuse, reflection level 1, and glossiness 0.6, reflection color middle gray would be nice. Okay, let me minimize it and also drag it into the none slot as instance to override. Now everything will be the same material, and we can add our HDR map. I'm going to use Clarence Midday, I think. Yeah, Midday. This one, I believe we used it in the previous workshop. Maybe not in previous, maybe the previous, maybe I don't remember, but I believe we use it. I really love this HDR map, and it perfectly works perfectly with our interiors. So Clarence Midday, yeah, 2K is enough. I'll just open it. Okay. Next one, we can actually start interactive render, and we'll see what we got. So we customize the lighting on the gray material, then we add colors, and then we detail it, work with materials. And as you can see, everything is dark because we have a glass here. Actually, I can just hide it, so I'll select it. Not sure that you can see it, but just click it here, right click and hide selection. Now it should be fine. Okay, let me increase the size of render, I straight away can increase the exposure because it's too dark, so it will be lighter, something like that. Next, what I can do, I can rotate a little bit our RGB maps to get more lighting in our interior. So I need my render set up. I'll just drag map into material editor as instance. And now we can rotate it a little bit. So I'll select it, and here you can find rotate. If you have the previous version, rotation will be somewhere there. But don't mess up with W rotation. We need a degree rotation in environment. So I can rotate it. $20. Let me make a little smaller material editor so I will see everything in our render. Oh, my cam is big. Sorry, yes, of course. I forget to make it smaller. Why didn't say me earlier? Usually it's super small. Okay, 60, 80. Okay, I believe there's something 80, 70, 200. Oh, no, that's definitely not what we need. So below 100 would be enough, because if we go higher, we got too much light in this area, which is not good. Yeah, I do like this one. We got some shadows here, we got some lighting here, not too much light in this area, so perfectly fine. Let me a little lower probable exposure. I set auto, of course I'll turn it off since I don't really love them, and let's add some filmic. I'll increase shadows so we can increase some contrast. Good. Also highlight compress, well, a little bit here, maybe just a bit. Oh, after saving, okay. I'll wait a little bit. Okay. Not much. And also my favorite advanced filmic mapping. We can a little add contrast here. I don't think that we need like super much on the lot of here, but some just slightly darker shadows would be nice. Also we can increase shoulder strength. Oh yeah, I love how it works. Okay, good. Maybe that's even a bit too much. Okay, good. Not like in the previous interior, we can add some sunlight here, since we have in the no, not here, but here we have some light. Here is like more evening lighting. We will make a little more daylight. Well, not exactly daylight, but not that warm lighting. We need more cold, as you can see. So let's try to do that. I'm going to add Corona Sun in the top view. So let me have a look, and of course it's extremely intensive, so lower intensity, even lower. We need like extremely low intensity. And of course I'll turn off the color, so direct input instead of realistic, because if you use realistic as lower you put your sound, because sound we definitely need to put it lower. I want more light in this area, the more warmer color will be, and I want to keep it light white. So direct input and make it like fully white. Okay, good. Now we can play around with the height. Also, I can rotate a little bit somewhere. So we will get lighting in this area as well. Hello, everyone who just joined. Welcome. Actually, this one also already looks pretty nice. Maybe we don't need that sharp light, so I can increase size. So it will be more blurry, like more overcasted skies. Maybe slightly less light in this area, so I'll move here. But in general, good. Should we lift it up a little bit? Oh, it's fine. We can try just a bit, so the lighting going a little more down. That actually is good. Let's keep like that. Good. But the intensity, I believe that's still too much, so let me make it even smaller. Well, that's probably totally disappear, but this one, like you can see that I'm using intensity 0.05. But yeah, I think it looks good. Also, I want to add some light in the shelf. We have only in one shelf lighting, so let's add it. Corona light. I will need the shape of rectangle. I'll just create here something. Lift it up in the left or top view into the second shelf. Let me have a scene. Oh, yeah. And that's just slightly bit too much. So let me make it less. Probably even smaller. I don't need, like, I need just slightly visible, nicely soft light in there. That's all I need. And also you need, and I need to add some color, not just white. Usually this kind of lighting is more warmer. Okay, and I believe it looks really nice. Okay, guys, let's add color. Since I already have materials on the walls and on the floor, I can just add those objects to exclude. If it will be too much of a texture, I can just turn off the texture and keep the color, but I believe it would be fine. And then we'll add the colors to all of other objects. So first we customize the color to keep the main color palette for all the scene. Then we detail it, work with materials. So those two I'll select. Oh, actually I need the shelf as well. I can select them here. And just click on the plus in the override and you can see that 3 objects are excluded. I believe I make a little light the color in output reflection. So I think I increase this one and maybe, yeah, I think the gamma higher than we used previous and maybe a little more color here. So you can check, compare and do the same for both of the materials. And also we have the black material on this part of the wall, also nothing complicated, but I'll show you. So we have black color value 10, glossiness 75, and actually that's all, and middle gray like in general base material. So let's add the colors for the ceiling, walls, and everything else. I'm going to start with our base material. I'll make a copy. Let's start with the ceiling. I'll just select it. Probably the second part, which is outside, I'll select also. Yeah, this one will be all the same. And let's make it a lighter. Oi, extremely light. Extremely light. You can see the one ceiling can change everything, and the main picture become way more lighter than it was before. Okay, I think that's enough. I hope I select only those two. Yeah, let me add them. Okay, that makes sense because I changed the base material. Yes. And that happened when you click too many times on undo, but thank God that we able to save this scene. So I will open and we start with that moment. So yeah, I changed the base color, that's why it all become extremely white. Hello Irena, do you plan to make a workshop about the storm interior? No, I do only in Corona, but Daniel will do so. Wait a little bit and you will see storm, V-Ray, Corona, exteriors, interiors, and everything else. So this one is crashed. Nothing too serious happen. All we need is just open the backup that we just saved. So we have this one. Open. And return our base material to the normal. And start again with the lighting. Okay, material editor is open. Interactive started. Base to 90. Guys, please keep your question till the end. I answered only one question because we had crash. Only that was the reason, but all the question I'll answer in the end. So I'll select two objects and I assign here new material. And also I need to add them to exclude because I believe it crashed before. Yeah, we have 5 objects now, and now I can make it finally lighter. Yeah, now it's a bit make more sense that not everything like become white, only the ceiling. Also, if it's not enough, because we don't make the ceiling like 2055, the main is and the most is like 180, and if it's not enough or you got too much color of HDRI map into your ceiling, you always can add some plane outside which will help you to add the colors that you need and more light. So you can see that I add just one plane, it overrided with our base material, and the ceiling become way more whiter. Well, actually nice. Maybe I'll make it a little darker later, but for now it's fine. Also, maybe will be more warmer color because we need not just gray but some color as well. Okay, let's go to the walls. Those I think that's all right. Let me okay, I made a copy of the ceiling. This is a new material, assign and add to exclude, so it will be visible. But also we need some glass material here, but the walls is too bright, so I'll make it darker. And also I need some color, just a bit, slightly more warmer. Okay, that's better. I believe that's enough. Also, yeah, I think we should make warmer the ceiling. So since we got a lot of color from the outside plane, I will add color there. So let me... well, I can copy the ceiling material, I think. And we'll see assign material for it, for the outside plane. And I need to add to exclude. Okay, it's become way more lighter. I don't need that super bright, so I'll lower it. And maybe the same as we add for the walls, I'll add a little of the color here also. Not too intensive. Even like that looks good, I think. Maybe a bit darker. I don't want my ceiling like extremely white. And you can see that with a plane we can strongly manipulate with our ceiling, which is really good. Yeah, I think that's nice. Okay, let's move on. Let's create the glass material for the fire area. So I'll just create a new legacy MTL. You can see that in my viewport it's transparent. That's because I press Alt. Nope, not that. Alt. Oh, okay. Right click, here you can find object properties and see through. If you turn it off, it won't be transparent, but it doesn't really matter. I can keep it. All I need is just assign new material. So just basic glass, black diffuse, reflection 1, refraction also 1, and I need to add to exclude. Exclude and assign material. Good. Also, our plane is intercrossing our floor, so we need to put it down. Select and just lower it. Good. Also, the top part of the furniture is black, so we can add black color as well. I'm going to create copy of the base material, but this is one object. Well, we can create, for example, multi-sub-object, assign IDs, or you can select the top part and assign black material for it. So let me select as element, assign new. I hope it won't change the bottom part. Yeah, I think it's good. And just make it darker. I 2D pan zoom in the viewport, that's why you can see all the object very clearly. You can press on the plus. I'll show it a little later if you don't know. So let me create it way more darker. I believe it's fine. Glossiness higher. 7, good. 75, even better. Should we make it even darker? Actually, we can. So we can make value 3 and also glossiness higher. Why not? Perfect. Perfect. Good. Let's come back to our camera. I'll do and use hotkeys. You can see all of them here if I'm not saying anything about them. And 2D pan zoom is right here. You can find to exit and enter it and end it. Okay. What else we have in black color? Let's edit everything in one time. Well, actually I can make a copy of this black material since we have this one very glossy, or this one since we created, so let's work with it, not with the one that we already have. So actually we need all the legs created in a black color for the armchair, for the tables. I probably won't touch the lamps yet because there is original material. Maybe we won't need to change it much, so probably I won't do it now, but for the tables we need it. So open group if you have a group and assign new material, and don't forget to exclude all the objects that you assign material, otherwise you won't see it on the render. But yeah, we don't need that much reflection, and also probably lighter. It's too dark, maybe even lighter. Something like 12 would be fine. Good. Let's go to the next one. I'll select those two tables extremely fast into the exclude. It's also no, it's not a group, so it's element. If the top part is selected, you can just use Ctrl-I to select invert, and you can assign material. Good. And here I can do the same, or you can select in the viewport, so it doesn't really matter, just with element. Legs for the armchair and poof. So open group. Open group. Here are too many of the groups and too many of the objects. You need to select. So one by one. Assign. Then we will add to exclude. It's fine. When we close the group, I think it would be easier to make not just one the objects. Okay, good. Now we can close it one more time and exclude in the render. Okay, good. The legs is appear. What else is black? Well, I really want to make those lamps, but well, okay. We'll make it when we'll start the material, but the windows will definitely need to make black. I'll just make a copy of this black material just in case if we will do something with those windows. So I select them, exclude, assign new material, and probably I want to make them darker. Do I? I do. Maybe more shiny. Maybe I'll increase some EOR to get more light there. Would be nicer. Darker reflection color also to get nice gradient of the black and lighting. Maybe even darker. I want some dark here as well. Maybe slightly lighter. Color of the diffuse. But in general, good. Okay, let's add some color to the carpet and sofa. So, base material. Let's start with the carpet. We need like slight beige color. Would be nice to add. Don't forget to exclude. Guys, question till the end, please. So we need more yellow, not the pink color. This one I think looks good. I'll make a copy because the sofa is more or less the same color, I believe. So select also the legs. We should add the black color as well. So let's do the black color first. You can select them in the one click. And the first one, which we apply for all the legs in the furniture, not for the windows, and exclude. Good. Now we can work with the color. So I apply the material. You can see that it's colored now. And we need to exclude in the render setup. Actually, it's good. Maybe more yellow. Yeah, I believe it works pretty fine. So let's add some plate. I'll make a copy of those one. Plate, assign. We need like dark plate. Well, actually, we can select the plate and two dark pillows. So you can see all in the same color palette. So I can select this plate, those two pillows, and assign one material for them. Well, definitely there will be different materials in general, but for now, to see the just a color, we can do that. Then we can make a copy. Don't forget to assign material. To exclude objects. Is it too dark? Yeah, just a bit too dark. And also I need a little more yellow. So I'll move my hue to the right. I think it's good. Okay, next pillows. All those four. New material assign, and all we need is just nicer, more orange color. So I'll increase saturation Oi! Why it's assigned to all of them? That's not what I wanted. I don't need those two. Excusez-moi. Now it should be good. So. Why? Maybe I assigned already, so I'll select one more time. Those two. Okay, 4. I'm not really sure. Oh, okay. Something weird what happened. Probably I assigned the one material and change it. So let's add some saturation, darker, bit more yellow. So it will fit to our wood material. I think this one is good. Okay. Also, we have a wood material for the armchair. Well, actually, we can use the same wooden material that we have for the walls. So why not? The color is the same, so we can do that. I'll open one more time groups. And I need those parts only. And I need a wooden material that we made before. Just select it and assign. Should we change it a little bit? Well, yeah, I think we should make it slightly lighter. Okay, let me create a copy of it, because I think it's too dark, which I don't really like. So I'll assign new material. And, well, maybe not even lighter, maybe just a lower saturation. I think it's just too much of the color. Yeah, this one is more calm, and I believe it fit way more better to our interior. So I just decrease a little bit of saturation, and that's enough. And you can see slightly, step by step, our picture become more alive. We need a color for armchair as well, so I believe it can be the same color as sofa. Material definitely will be different, but the color will be more or less the same. So let me select it with pipette tool. No, that's not what I wanted, not the black one, but this one. I'll make a copy because it will be anyway another material. And now I need to select those parts of the fabric. Well, leather probably. And the back one probably should be in the black. So I can select our black, assign. Yeah, that's way more nicer. Good, good. So what else? We definitely need the black spots. So I can make another copy of the black material. I need to select them all. I can select in the top view, for example. So it will be easier. Or you can select from the list, if it will be easier for you. Or you can right click and select similar. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. All depends. I can find the last one. Where is it? Oh, found it. Found it. And just assign. I won't do the complicated material for the spots, so I don't really need. Only black color would be fine with me. Don't forget to add to exclude. Maybe just lower glossiness a bit, so we will get more of the black color. And maybe slightly lower and darker reflection color, so that will be like really dark color there. Okay, good. Well, the last thing that for the color I would do the color for the vases. That's all I think. So in general, we all these colors already have in our scene. So I believe the big vase can be the same color as the sofa, but I'll create a new material. So I'll copy and assign. The next one can be the same color as the wood. So I can Well, actually, pillows also can work, but I'll change a color a little bit. Actually, this one and this one as well. So 2 of them in one material would be fine. Okay, let me have a look from the camera. Oh no, I moved my camera. How could I? Okay, when it happened, if you don't want to move your camera like me, because I was sure that I'm in too deep on Zoom, there is 2 ways how you can do it. Oh, well, you can open the new scene, copy the camera and so, or you can file, import, find your scene that you opened before. Where is it? Here, nope, not this one, this one. Open, none, select the cameras, and you can see only 1 camera here. Okay, we don't need the previous one because it's broken already, so delete current camera. You can see it's disappear, and switch to the camera 1 more time, and it's perfectly fine. If you're scared to move your camera, you also can go to the settings. So you will need to select all the camera, so the camera and the target. Then you need to go to hierarchy, link info, and press all this ticks box, all of them. But the main thing that have to be selected, the camera and the target, both of them. If you select only one of it, your camera will be moved anyway. And now when we did it, your camera won't be moved. So I'm trying to move it, and you can see it not going anywhere. So if you will do it, the camera will stay forever on this place. If you want to redo it, you need to select again camera and target, and then unlock your camera. So that sometimes happens. Nothing criminal, nothing scary, nothing terrible happens. But we fix it really, really fast. Okay, so I wanted to change a little bit the color of these those 2 vases actually. So all I need is just less of the color and maybe slightly darker. Yeah, I believe is really nice. Also, I don't need that much glossiness, so I'll lower it. So it's kind of clay material, so we don't need the shininess on them. Also for this one as well. So I can lower here glossiness also. Hi students. So many students here, huh? Yeah, actually it's really a cool idea to learn 3ds Max while you study at uni or somewhere else. It's really, really cool experience, and it will be way more faster for you to create your projects. So good job that you started learning or have some already experience. Okay, good. So in general, we can start work with materials. If we want to make in this phase already nicer picture, we can add those painting into exclude, so it will give us some color as well. Also, we need to apply the black color for the branches. We can do it super fast, and then we will work with the fabric materials. So let me select in the top of front view the branches. Assign new black material. Definitely we don't need that much glossiness, and also we need to add to exclude. So all I want is lower glossiness, and I want to make them darker, so they will be black, black, black. Good. Okay, I wanted to add those painting into exclude, so we already have some texture there. So I'll select all of them. 5 objects. 5? Okay, maybe 5. And add to exclude. Ba-bam. You have these textures in the description, so when you will open your scene. It might say that some of the texture is missing. All you will need to collect all the texture that you will download to one folder, then go to customize, configure project path external, and add this path into the add. So all you need is select folder, use path, and all the textures will be in your scene if it's not there straight away. Good. So let's start. Let's start with the carpet. I believe we will use the same or similar type of the material that we use in the bedroom. There was a quite nice carpet material in the Corona library material. So I think we can use it as well. So all we need to open Corona material library. Here you can find carpets. And which one? I think this one. Yeah, this one is perfectly fine, but it will be definitely darker than we need. But anyway, I will drop it. I'll just copy the color that we got here so we can compare to get the similar one. Now I need to close it. And where's my carpet material here? Is it? Is it? Okay. I can copy this color and just place it in the Corona material instead of the color, so we can compare. And now I can assign this material to our carpet. And yeah, as usual, as happened with Corona materials, we need to add some UV because we didn't see any texture here, and we want to see it. So UV. Corona library material use real world scale, so you can press here real scale. We'll see if the size of the texture is good for us, but I think it's good actually. So we don't need to change much of the color of the size. Yeah, the size is perfect this time. So all we need is just change the color, definitely. So color correction here. I use just general color correction. You can use Corona color correction if you get used to it. Yeah, I love the general one, but it really doesn't really matter. I just love to use all this scroll so I can move 1, 2. It will be easier, not just numbers. Okay, so definitely lighter. Okay, not 32, maybe 3, but we need some color. So we can add some mix, and we will mix some color here. So I'll make it in a little different way. So I'll mix, connect to the base color. This one I delete. If I will need it, I will add it. And here we need some color. Well, actually the color I can take from our main color, and from there we can combine what exactly we need. So color, mix map, instead of color 2 I can place it, well, instead of color 1 as well, but color 1 should be darker since it's darker. And now we can see or customize how strong and intensive map should be. Well, you can connect to the color 2 or color 1. Maybe it will give better result. Actually, okay. We can work just with the color. And then we'll probably add some composite map like we did on the bedroom material, and just add some dirty maps to generate more nicer and interesting material, not just plain like we have here. All we need is just color for now. I think it's like too pinky somehow, so I need to change it. So let me make it more yellow. I don't know why, but it looks like pinky not to color it. So maybe I'll add some color into the color 1. The color 2 I can make, for example, lighter. Also I can add more color, so it won't be just gray. And you can see the difference. This one is almost violet. This one is more like we actually wanted. Okay, good. Also you can compare how it was before and now. It was a little more lighter, but we will work with more maps, more dirty maps, so we can add some white and lighter area. We can add some more dark area. And we will do it in a moment. I wanted a little increase the displacement so it will be more visible. So I can go to material, find here displacement. Okay, we have 2. That's 5. Good. Well, good. Maybe 4. 4, and we can place here, for example, -1. So it will go deeper, for example. Yeah, I think really nice. Okay, let's work with the maps now. So we can add here composite map. Into layer 1 we connect our mix map. In the composite we will add one more layer. It works like Photoshop layer, so if you're familiar with Photoshop it will be easier for you to understand how the composite map works. So every single layer will override the previous one, or you can mix them together by opacity, or you can mix them together by mask. So we're going to mix 2 of the color by mask. And now I need some dirty maps. Where is my beautiful folder with the dirty maps? So what we can do, we can where's my favorite map? This one. Yeah, this one I love to use because it's like not same the pattern on all of the map. It's like you can see it's very different. Here is more dark areas, here is more white area, and it will give you a nice pattern to your carpet. So you can search for similar maps. You can just type in the Google even dirty texture, and it will give you a bunch of the different kind of texture. Also you can find some in the texture.com and other sites. So there is a lot of options where you can find such dirty mask, and it will also give you other interesting result. So next I need color correction. So I need difference between 2 of the colors. I'll connect here into layer number 2, and I need to make it either lighter or darker. We will see which will work better. Let's start with a more lighter, and also I need to see this map in the okay, so we have a little issue here because this map not using the real texture. I can press it, but in this case I will need to change the tiling, which is, well, for me it's not really comfortable. So all I want to do is I'll change the map channel for this map only, and I'll apply one more UVV map only for this texture, so we will customize the size as much as we want. So you need to select the texture. Here you can assign map channel 2, 3, 4, any of the channel, because the default is map channel 1, but if you will change to any other, then it will be perfectly fine. And next one, you need to set the same channel in the other UVV map. So I'm going to add one more UV map. You can see I have 2 of them. This one is for main texture of the carpet. This one, the first one for the main texture of the carpet. The second one is just for this texture. So here you can find the map channel, change it to number 2, and you can find our texture here. You can change its size if you want to, but for now I think it's fine. We'll see if it won't work perfectly fine, then we will change the size. But in general, I can see the texture. It will give me some interesting pattern in my carpet, and I believe would be good. So let's try to make probably even more lighter the second layer. Let me come closer so we'll see some details. This layer, this color will be in the white color of the mask. So when we have a whiter or light gray color, you will see this. Everything else will be the first one. Actually, it's good. Actually, it's really good. I don't want to change much here. I can see some more light pattern, and it will give you more interesting result. And we can add one more map, for example, and add more darker color, so it will be even more interesting. I love to do that, so I do a lot with the carpets, like combining a lot of layers, which give you very, very interesting pattern of your carpet, not just only main texture. Okay, what we can use here, since I open like that, I don't see much. We need something light, so maybe something, this one is more like metal as I remember. Maybe this one. Okay, let's try. Oh yeah, this one is exactly what I wanted. So, composite, we will add one more layer into layer 3, and I'll make another copy of the color correction, but this time we'll make it darker. So, layer 3, and I can easily go below the 1. Oh, well. As I said, the white color will be dark, so what we can do... Actually, I wanted small parts of the dark, not the whole carpet. But we can change in the curves, right? So that's not exactly the map that I wanted, but that's fine. We can change it as well. So I'll go to bitmap, I'll go to curves, I'll add some point Bezier curved, and I just need more of the black color. So I can change, and we get more of the black color. And also I need to see this texture in the viewport. Yeah, nothing happened because it's using the map channel 1. And I need map, oh no, actually it's map channel 2. Why I don't see it? Okay, now I can see it. All fine, all fine. Since I copied the same, it kept the same map channel. And you can combine now, so we got a lot of dark areas. Maybe we don't need that much, but you can compare, go into composite, turn off the layer and see is it good or not too good. Actually, it's not too strong, so I think we can lower opacity a little bit. So I can place 90 here, for example, also place 90 here, so it will be more softer. Oh yeah, I do like it. Little nice spots of the dark, of the light, like perfectly fine. Okay, great. So let's move to the next one. So what we have next is sofa. Let me select this material. Oh, this one. So for the sofa, I found a nice shader. I add you links for it. So this site is for free. You can download them. So this one is for the pillow, and this one is for the sofa. But I changed the color of the diffuse maps. But in general, the displacement maps, normal maps, you can use from those shader, which is really, really good. Okay, good. So I will need this texture. Which one? I think this one is darker. Let me have a look. Probably. If not, we always can change it. Right? Right. So drag it here into diffuse color. But for the fabric materials, we're going to use the fall of map. Fall of map is always good for cotton material of the fabric, for the velvet, for everything else. So first we'll customize the color, then we'll customize the fall-off, then we'll combine it, and then we'll add some normal and maybe displacement. But also if you're going to use the fall-off in your material, you don't need any reflection. So I'll select material, level 0, and now we can customize our color. So it's too much of the color and probably too much of the red color. So I'll add a little of the hue here, lower saturation. We can compare. Yeah, even lower, and probably slightly lighter. So something like that would be nice. Let me compare one more time. Yeah, perfect. Now we can check the size of the texture first, but I made a UVV here, so should be all good. Yeah, perfectly fine the size. And now we can connect our fall-off map. So now I'll just connect fall-off, customize the curve. When I will happy, I will add maps of the color. So instead of the color, I'll connect fall-off map into diffuse. And since we have a cotton fabric, better to use Fresnel. It has more softer gradient, which will give you a nicer result, not like that strong shadow, strong difference between the color like in the velvet material. So Fresnel also I can add and make it maybe a little lighter, so we'll get more of the light color, not of the dark. So all the curves works all the same for all the maps, so you can add point, you can make it smoother, and then you just move it. Actually, I need just a little bit. I think that's enough. And let's connect our map. So one, I'll make a copy. Second one, so here the same like with the mix map, so one of the colors should be lighter, another one should be darker, since the main flow has two. Well, it's not like a mix map, it's absolutely another type of the map, but the principle is the same. It has two colors, which you seen here, like the black and white, and instead of those colors we connect the maps. So one of these have to be darker to get the same result like we got without the maps. So this one, the first one, I'll make darker. And this one I can make lighter. And it depends how strong you want this difference between the color. You can customize the difference between the color. But I think it looks really nice. Good. I think it's good. If you want, you can also add some dirtiness here. So for example, we can also use composite map layer. This has happened. It don't like somehow the last version of Corona. Sometimes don't like the bitmap map, so it will stop my render straight away. You can see like nothing loaded, so I need to stop my render. I need to change this bitmap to Corona bitmap, then it will work fine. So I'll select Corona bitmap and just select from the folder this map one more time. So too many folders here. This one, open, and just connect instead of the bitmap, and we shouldn't get this problem anymore. Sometimes it randomly happens with some of the textures. Usually it's with the big textures. Don't know why, but well, I know at least how to fix it, which is good. Looks beautiful and realistic already. Yes, that was the main goal, to make it good even just with the color without even ready-made materials. Okay, great. So I wanted to add some dirty, so I need composite, one more layer. Well, we can use something from these maps. Probably we need something slight. Maybe this one. Okay, let's try. Maybe not that contrasted. Maybe that contrasted. We'll see. For now, I need to see those map in my sofa, and I don't see it. Okay, map channel. I need to change map channel to 1 because you don't understand what I want from him, because I don't have any mapping for this channel on this object. So I need to change to map channel. Now I can see it, and now we can add lighter or darker. I'm not so sure. We'll see now. So I need my beautiful color correction. I need to connect map to it and into layer number 2. Darker, lighter. Let's make it lighter. I usually start with more lighter and then change it if I don't like it. Now I want to come closer to see if I had anything from this map. Oh, actually I do. Is it from this map? Oh, it's not. Let me check. Oh yeah, it is. So probably it's too strong, like the map is super contrasted, so we definitely don't need that strong difference. So I can just lower opacity for 70% or something, so it will be like more slightly less visible, but we got something from there. And actually it's cute. Maybe I want to make the dark color a bit more darker, just a bit, to get the bigger difference between the color. And this one I can make even lighter. So for example 7 would be nice. Yeah, okay, good. So now I can add some normal and maybe displacement. I don't have in the main folder, so I'll select from this one. Oh, okay. Which one we're going to use? It has 2, probably difference. I think this one is better. The second one. So I'll select this one. I need to connect into Maps Corona normal. Don't forget add gamma to input. It's very important, otherwise your object will look with material really weird. Into the bump. And how strong it should be. Ooh, it looks good. I'm not sure that it have to be like that strong. Probably I'll lower just a bit, but in general it looks really good. I don't even want to add any of the displacement actually. I believe the normal will be enough. Yeah, I think is good. Maybe I'll switch to the green here. Yeah, I think with the green it looks better, at least in this area. In some other it can be other, but in general it looks really nice. Okay, that's great, and let's move to the next one. So pillows. The pillows I'm going to use from the same side, but a little different and another texture. So basically we can copy this material and just apply it to the pillows, but with other maps with other colors, right? So it will be our base where we can start our new material. So I can copy it all with all the maps. I need my texture for the pillows. I have 2 of them. Probably this one for the light one, this one for the dark one. The difference is not huge, so you can use even one texture for dark and lighter pillows. Anyway, you will need to change the color manually with color correction. So I need the colors for the first that we customized before. So I'll select and copy the color. Now I can go to material and just apply here, so we can compare. So it will be exactly the same color. Okay, let me create region. I have some, so I'll delete all the region and just create a new one. For example, like that. Now I need to select all my pillows. The orange one. Well, yellow one probably. Ah, actually it's one object, so in one click I can select them all. Yeah, and now we need to change the texture. So I just drag it here. Oh, I already did it. I forget about it. I place here. Almost perfect. Well, the fall-off I actually do like. I think we don't need to change it much. I can also see those pillows as well. Yeah, only issue is with the color. So let's customize the color. The difference between color also can be like that. Maybe the composite map is too strong. I can see like strong difference there. And also I want to see the size of the texture. The size. Let me show it. It can be bigger or it can be smaller. Well, smaller I think would be not that interesting to see, right? Actually, it's good for some cases, like soft and nice texture. Or we can make it, for example, bigger. Maybe it's too much. Yeah, probably a little less. Can be. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's customize the colors. So, oh no, one more time we need to change to Corona bitmap. Okay, I can select this map. Since we changed the tiling, I can change tiling here as well. And now I need to select one more time the map. This one. So I'll connect here. And then I can connect color correction into fall-off, or well, in this case we need to change those color correction as well, or I can connect color correction here so it will be applied to the whole chain. But in general we can change the lightness, make it lighter, darker, and whatever we want. So we need to make it definitely lighter, more yellow. Let me create bigger region here so I will see all of them together. So lighter, more color, maybe even more, maybe a little darker. -1, maybe slightly more of the red. Let me check how it was before. Oh, okay. It should be way more lighter. So let me increase the gamma, maybe even 2. And I believe even more saturation, not that much, but something like that should work. One more time, compare. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Well, in general, you can keep it even like that with the dirty map. If you don't like it, you always can make, for example, this map less contrasted or lower opacity. It doesn't really matter. Well, it's a matter how bigger area will be applied to your object. So when I'll add more of the yellow, there will be more of the light, but in general it will be more softer and lighter. Yeah, slightly visible, perfect. Okay, let's move on to the dark pillows. I'll just copy this one. I believe it will be more or less the same. All we need is just the color. So one more time I'll select material with the color that we applied before, copy it, and add into a new material and paste here so we can compare. And do we need to change the map, or we will do with this one? I think we can do with the same one, right? Why do we need to change texture when we can customize just a color correction? So let me select them, assign, and we'll make it darker in the very first color correction where we customize everything. So gamma lower and lower and lower, and saturation we don't need that much, and probably even lower gamma, and probably saturation even lower. So we don't need much color there. Probably slightly more of the yellow color, so can be hue 2 or something. And I believe it's something like that. Let me compare. Okay. So we need more of the yellow color and maybe a little more dark, lighter, sorry. So more of the yellow, hue 4, 5, and should be good. Lower saturation will help. Yep, perfect. Okay, next one, plate. Okay, let's make it in a little different way. So we'll start with fall off, and you remember that we don't need reflection for it. Fall off map, diffuse, change type to Fresnel, and you can customize the difference between the color with help of curve if you want to. I'm not sure, actually it looks even like that nice. Do I want to change something? Do I want some more contrast there or not? It can be. It can be. Why not? Okay, for this plate, I want to select something from Megascans. I love those texture of the fabrics. So Megascans, shaders. Let me see what we have. So no, this one is definitely too strong. Maybe. This one looks good, and the color will be easy to customize. So let's try this one. This one, right? Right, good. So I need those names so it will search it faster. And I need diffuse map, I need normal map, and probably I will need displacement, we'll see. But I will add, and then if so, I can add them. So let's connect to map 1. Color correction straight away because we anyway need to change. And I'll connect into map 2 as well, so we'll customize the color first and then the difference between the color. So I need to make it less color and darker and more yellow. Okay, not that dark. And not that yellow. So it should be the same as our pillows, more or less. So no, actually we need more red, lower saturation, a little lighter, still violet. Okay, that's a bit more closer that I want. Oh, yeah, this one is better. A little more of the yellow here. Slightly less of saturation, and yeah, we got the color. Perfect. Now we can customize the difference. So I'll make a copy of color correction and connect into map 2, of course, and make it lighter. So that's all we need to do in general. Yeah, actually, maybe even not that strong. Maybe I even make the map and curves in the fall-off even more contrast, so we will get stronger difference between. And also I need to check the size of the texture because I didn't check. I check only the color, but how it looks on our plate I haven't checked. So let me show it in the viewport and I'll come closer to see if the size is correct. Actually, it's good. We can make it slightly bigger, probably. So maybe it's the same as we did for pillows. So it will be a bit bigger. So the texture will be more visible. And I think it's good. Okay, good. Let's connect normal and we'll see do we need displacement or not. But in this map we need to set the same tiling as we customize in the diffuse map, otherwise it will look a bit different and weird. So tiling should be the same, and don't forget about the add gamma to input. Good. Let me have a look closer. I think we should add displacement. Bump is good, but not enough. Okay, so I'll select plate, I'll add current displacement and into no map as instance. And I'll turn off normal because I want to see how displacement only work. So let me increase the size. I usually add some big numbers and then lower it if it's too much. Yeah, 20 is definitely too much, so let me lower and make mean level -3, for example, and here like 5. Probably will be enough. Yeah, we don't need like super strong and intensive displacement. Yeah, it looks soft, a little of displacement applied, and I believe it's enough. And now we can back our normal map. And I don't need that much strong map, so I'll lower it maybe a little more. Maybe 6. 0.6 would be enough. Great. What else left? Actually, not much. So we can add those lamps already into exclude, I think. So I can select them. So we'll see more detailed interior and we'll see what we got with those materials. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted. Okay, let's start with this one then. Yep. Hey, too deep on zoom. So I need glass material in this area. The black one is fine, but the glass is too dark. And that's definitely not what I wanted. So, what we have in this material, let me check. It's probably volumetric. Yeah, the volumetric is too low. So first I'll change the color of volumetric and make a lighter gray. And the second one, I'll increase distance. Maybe lower, 5, 3, 2, something like that. Should be enough. See, 1.66. I'm not so sure, but we can change it by default. I don't see that. Okay. It's more like glass. 1.52. Ah, okay. Now it makes sense. Yeah, I think it's good. And the second one, well, I do like actually this black from this lamp, so I can select this black and apply for the second map as well, for second lamp. Okay, it has some anisotropy and this lamp. Okay, let me have a look at what it has. I'll stop render, and I need to change those golden material. It's a group, I can open it. And I need those, well, in general, all of this. And probably the top one also will be in a black, so it will be easier to customize it. And isolate, and let's have a look in the render. So guys, how do you like so far? Do you enjoy? Do you love what you see? If so, you can always put some likes into the video, and it would be really nice for me to see that you really like this video. Okay, gold. I'll probably add some glass here as well. I don't want any gold there. I can copy the same material that we have, for example, in our previous lamp, and just instead of those gold material, assign. Yeah, it looks, I think, better. Good. So let's move on. Let's make a really fast material for the marble tables, all of them, all of 3 of them, so we will see more detailed objects. And we don't have any material there, so I can copy base material and apply it into our tables. And then we can add some texture of the marble. So again, to the element, select the top part, assign, exit, the next one, element, Ctrl I to invert selection, assign, and the last one is just the object, so all you need is just assign. Good. Now let's add some marble texture. I have it here, I believe it's something used maybe in the kitchen. Similar, maybe not the same. And connect to diffuse. Oi! Okay, we definitely need some UV here as box. Okay, let me see just in the view part. Yeah, I think this one is fine. Maybe I'll increase. Maybe not. Something like that. I can copy and place to all of the objects that I need. Paste. And also here. Well, here I'll actually mostly fine, but we can place same UV. Would be fine. Okay, start one more time. So fun and nice render. Fun. Okay, fun is also good. You can see that the texture is too white. We don't need that strong, so I'll mix it in the mix. Map. And I need some color. Color. Okay, I'll just make the second color darker. Maybe it will be enough. Because it shouldn't be like that shiny, right? So it easily can be dark. Now it looks more natural, not like the extremely shiny table, which is not really good. Okay. And we can add some reflection here, so I can increase glossiness, maybe more. I said more, and make it lower. So we'll get some nice reflection on the table. I can even increase reflection color, so we will get more light there, and I think it's good. Good. So let's move on to leather material. So I believe we'll make 2 more materials, and that's all. So a little more, and we'll finish all of it. So let me select this pipette tool, move it. Well, actually we can try use some from Corona material library, what they have for the leather. Oh, this one looks quite similar, almost the color, almost the same as we need. Okay, let's try, why not? But again, I'll copy this color and place it there, so because we need the same color like we had before. Okay, we got this material, and now we need to, well, one more time select all these parts of the armchair and poof. this one as well, and a sign. And it's extremely dark, which is not really good, but first I need to see the size of the texture, because since it's Corona material, the size can be... Okay, it's visible at least. Let me have a look here. Okay, the size actually is not too bad. Maybe it's too big, but actually I don't like that the texture of the leather is like extremely strong. And I want more soft leather. Okay, what they have here? It looks like just the plain color. And this one is look like... okay, we'll figure out now. So probably one of the problem is normal map. Yeah, it's too strong. I want softer map. Oh yeah, that's way more nicer. Let me select for the normal another map from arrow textures, which I do like. It's more softer, nicer, gives good result. Yeah. Okay, let me drag it here. I don't need all these maps, I'll just connect into Corona normal. And now into the bump. Okay, let me see the size. Can be a little smaller, so I can change the tiling for 2, for example. But still we got those lines. And even the texture looks like not that dark. The armchair looks extremely dark. Should we use another maps? Keep the well, actually this legacy, this leather material of the Corona is like the normal one from Legacy MTL, so okay. Since I don't really like it, I can change the color, for example, to normal one, and we'll play around with the reflection. Well, actually, reflection is not too bad, but it's like too accurate, I might say. And I love for the leather, like it's a little used already. Well, in general, we can use the same color that they use, but definitely we'll need to customize color correction anyway. So I'll change the map. The color will be closer to us already, just with one map, not with all this. And you can see the color is more interesting. You can see more lighter, more darker textures. You can find this set on internet. It's arrow leather. I think it's craft set of arrowways, so you can search it, and which is really good. It gives a lot of leather texture, which I do like, but actually I don't use a lot of them. I usually use some of them, which is always give a different result, which I really love. Okay, the color. So advanced, gamma, higher, and more yellow, I think. Oh, it's a bit too much. Let's compare. Oh, okay, it's even more lighter. Diffuse, increase. And yeah, we can increase more yellow color. Actually, I do like this one. Looks really nice. Maybe a bit different from we had before. I think it's had more color, but actually I do like, and it fit really well to our interior. Okay, for reflection, I also don't want to use this one. It's like our normal. The glossiness here extremely high, and here I can select something more dirty. This one is too strong. This one is good. This one is good. this one is good. Let's try. And instead of the previous one, I'll connect into reflection here. But we probably will need to customize the size. On this area it looks a little weird. The mapping is not good for this model. But I don't see much difference here, so that's good. We don't need to redo UV map there, but let me customize the curves for it. So let me see what they have in glossiness. Okay, in glossiness they have a lot. Well, we can connect this map to the glossiness as well. Why not? Maybe better to set two of the maps different like we do for the wooden material, for example, but in general it's fine. We can just lower intensity of the map on the glossiness if we need it. So let me increase. I need some shininess of the leather, but not too strong probably. Hello, hello, who just joined? Oh yeah, looks how beautiful it is. It's like you want to touch the skin. Well, not skin, the leather. But it looks super cool. Okay, let me lower a little intensity of this map in the glossin so it will be slightly more shiny. But in general, it looks really, really cool. Yeah, that's perfectly beautiful leather here we have. Maybe even lighter we can do, and also I want to lower the glossiness here. I don't need one because it's too shiny in some points, which is not really good, but like that is good. Okay, let me make this map even lighter, maybe more contrast than lighter, something like that. Okay, also I'll slightly decrease influence of the reflection map as well. And oh, okay, they have a white color for reflection, so I'll lower it and it wouldn't be that shiny. And maybe for the glossiness also even lower, and the glossiness also, so around 7, 0.7 I believe would be enough. Yeah, good, perfect. Okay, so what else left? Well, in general, we need just the background and everything else, like little details. You can finish the vases, I believe you can do it. Decor, or maybe you can use the same as in the model. You can use another one. This one we will add to exclude. So main thing that the last material that we need is background outside. And actually I have some ground there. Well, not actually ground, but trap, and I can use the same color, for example, as we have for the floor, just the color without texture, without anything, so it will be at least visible, because for now it's like disappear and we're going to nowhere. So let me assign it, and also I need to add to exclude. Did I select it? Did I assign it? Looks like maybe it's too light. Okay, let me make it darker. Huh, still not visible. Why? Why? Why you're not visible? Definitely assign it. Definitely exclude. Maybe too much reflection also can be a problem. Sometimes happen. Okay, let me lower glossiness. Oh yeah, here we go. So the issue was exactly in reflection. Now we can see it at least. But yeah, not that dark. I want some same, more or less same as we have on the floor. And also the reflection color I can lower. Oh yeah, that's a way more better. Maybe not too much. And also I can back glossiness a little bit. Good. And let's go to backgrounds. So background you can make in a really easy way. So somehow my viewport not locked anymore, but that's fine. So let's create background. So all I need is just plain. Plain, no, another side, place outside, like there. So I need my front view and I'll just create a plane. You have this background in the description. You can download it and use it. I found it somewhere in internet, so it would be nice for you to use it as well. Or you can use anything else. Up to you guys, up to you. But I need to find it here. So here is our background, just regular one, not too long, not the panoramic view, just a little picture, a little piece that we will see. But we need the size, the same size as the picture, so the mapping will be perfectly fine with it. If you will have another size, then you will have another proportion, which is not good. So let's do that and change. We need 4250 for 800. Okay, let's go. So here 4250 and here 2832. And it's become like super small, but first I need to assign material and then we'll change the size. So I'll just create a new one. I'll drag this map into the field, assign to diffuse, assign material to the plane, you can see it there, and we need add to exclude. Also we don't need any shadows from it, so right click object properties and turn off receive shadows and cast shadows. Good. Now we can just scale it up as much as we want, and also better to move it further from your scene. Otherwise, even if we turn off the cast shadow and receive shadow, it's anyway cast some shadow, so better move as far as you can and just scale it up till you will be satisfied with the size. Maybe it's too much, maybe lower. And also we do have plane there. Yeah, plane which not help us, so I can just select the plane and put it down. Oh, but we will need to change its size, its color a little bit for more lighter, but that's fine. We'll customize. First we'll customize the size of this background picture, so maybe smaller. I want some. Actually, it's good. Actually, it's good. Oh, that's not the one. I want to see how we had there. No, very similar. So we can lower it. The horizon is too high. I can lower it as well. Oh, okay. Now I want to make it bigger. I think this one is good. So what we can do with material? Actually, this ceiling looks too wide. First, I would change it a little bit because like too shiny, too shiny. So I need to select it. Where is our base material? Here, assign. Actually, base is better, and it's the same as the ceiling, so I don't want to change anything else. So for the outside ceiling, I applied the base material, which works good. And now we need to customize the background picture. So one more time, I'll go back for it. Ooh, I lost it. I can find it here. And from this point, we already can return our glass that we had in the windows. So it will work together with the background. So right click and hide all. And we need glass material. We have it somewhere here on the fireplace. I'll just copy it and select glass, assign, and we got the glass. And don't forget to add to exclude. What I love to do for the glass when you see some background is just a little thing which gives not super visible result, but if you lower just for a little glossiness, it will be slightly more blurred, just slightly, and gives more softer result from background picture. That's only that I do for the glass material for the windows when you can see the background. So you can use it, and now I need to customize the color. I lost it one more time. I lost it. Oh no, I can't select it now because of the glass. So I need to search it. No. Okay, found it. Good. Found it. In this case, I would use Corona color correction because it has one cool thing that I love to use. And also I can... anyway, let's start with it. So here it gives like exposure, which I do like it. So it's increased the exposure of the picture, like lighter or darker. In our case, we need to definitely make it darker, so you can lower and it's almost like a gamma, but work a little in the other algorithm, which gives nice result. Okay, and now we need... I really don't like those, but well, since we are here, it's like super minimal parameters here. Nah, I'll return and just connect the normal one because I do like it more. It's easier with the scroll, not with the numbers. If it's better for you to work in color correction, feel free, but I really love those scrolls here. So little lower saturation, you can see -8 and it changed not much. They're like -8 and change everything. And hue, I want to move more to red, so it will be more warmer color there. Maybe saturation even lower. And actually we can do one more thing and mix this map with diffuse black color. So if I lower diffuse, the map will be more dense, if I would say, more visible, not like too much shiny, I think. So yeah, I love to mix with diffuse level the background picture. Also for this reflection, maybe we will lower the color of reflection just a bit because it gives too much of reflection there. And we don't see much of the background picture, so let me lower it, something like that. And I think I add too much of the red color into the background picture, so I can change that. And maybe a little increase here, diffuse, so it will be softer with the color. And exposure in the color Corona color correction, I'll make a little lighter. I think it's good. Slightly more to the red again. So I want something in between. So it was 10, maybe 9. Good. Okay, let's add some decor. Not some, but all of decor to exclude. And we'll start a render. Okay. Guys, how are you doing? Are you here still? Are you watching everything? Are you going to repeat it? Do you like it? I hope it's good. Okay, so decor here on the table. No texture, but well, we can just add some black color since we don't want to customize the material from the beginning. So in the middle of the decor, maybe I'll apply the gray material for them because and they doesn't have anything like that. Good. Yeah, good. So let's start render. Then you can prepare your questions. And I'll set the final render. So I need the noise, the size I'll make a little smaller so it will render faster. And it's beautiful. I do like it. Great. So I'll just start final render. I'm waiting for your questions, and I'll tell you about our intensive course for beginners, which will start in a week, so very, very soon. So if you don't know, I'll teaching people how to do a beautiful render, not just in workshop, but in the big intensive course for beginners, not only for the beginners, for the people who already made something but not really sure how to make and make better visualization. So I'll explain all detailed stages, all detailed instruments, settings, what you can customize to get such pictures. So we're starting with the very beginning. So as I said, the course is perfectly fine for the people who never open 3ds Max at all, because we start with the view part, we customize everything, then we'll slowly go into modeling stage. So we're starting and learning how to model the objects, some furniture, customize all the scenes. So we're going to work on this interior. So you will do it all, almost all by yourself. Also, we're going to learn a little bit of Marvel design, where where you will do such a curtains, and I'll show you how to do another cool fabric stuff for your interior, such pillows, plate, and everything. So we'll do modeling, we will work hard with the lighting, we will work hard with materials. So every single material will customize from very beginning. So it won't be like you taking from the material library and change it a little bit. No, we detail it, customize all the settings to get exactly what you need and exactly material that you will like. So we'll do everything on the course. As I said, it will be very intensive because we will have in general 4 weeks of the main course, and 4 days per week we will have the online lessons, and every single lesson will be save it for recording, so you can watch it anytime, repeat it in your own speed, and do the homework whatever you want. Of course, we have deadlines for the final work, but in general, no need to repeat after online lesson. You can slowly, with understanding, watch the record and do what you need to do. Also, beside that, I will do comments for your homework. So every single day during the weekday, from Monday to Friday, I will comment all your homework so you can improve it and go to the next stage and continue and do next homework. These frames we will do on the composition lesson, where you will customize your own camera, your own angles, catch the nice shot of the interior. Not only this one, you can find your own and learn how to work with the camera and what you should pay attention to. Also, we will have the post-production of the final render. So when we'll finish and customize everything in 3ds Max, we'll do a nice and beautiful post-production in Photoshop. the Photoshop is not the main thing. We not do an accent on post-production. It's like very soft and nice post-production, which slightly make better your work. Some accents, some lights, some maybe colors, some more curves, maybe some more contrast if you need it. But main work will be made in 3ds Max. So if you really want to learn 3ds Max fast, learn very accurate and have a deep understand what are you doing, welcome to the course, and I will explain very detailed all the aspects of the work in 3ds Max. The Antonina sent you a link so you can read everything by yourself, and you can see we work in the same stages but more detailed. In the workshop I almost nothing explain, just show how you should customize the materials, the lighting and everything. In the course I explain all the details, so why you do that, where you should put those settings or those settings, and what you should pay attention for different kind of situation. So yeah, for the people who join this workshop, we usually have this special price for the course, so you can apply now till the midnight. Tomorrow we'll connect with you and help you to join with a special nice price for you, so you can join. Our chat is already working, so we have it here. Some people already joined, so we will answer all your questions there if you already have some. And slowly preparing for the course. And this is reviews for our students. You can read and see the work that they made before from the previous courses. So the reviews, their work, and you can see the result that they got after the main course only for 4 weeks. Some of the course was not only 3 weeks for some, because before we had less of the lessons. I think for now we have more, so you will get even more information now. So deeply understanding in 4 weeks of 3ds Max, apply now, see you there. And in the end you will get a cool diploma from us. So guys, if you're ready, welcome, because the beginners course is not often, so you can join now, otherwise you will need to wait next 4 or 5 month before the next one. So if you're ready, welcome, and I'll tell you everything that I know by myself, and will be easier for you to work in 3ds Max. So don't forget that if you apply now, you will get special price for the course, and tomorrow we'll connect you, help you to join, answer more of the questions if you have any, and help you to join to the chat, to the course, and so on, so on. So hope I will see some of you there. Okay, good. Let's go to our render. Oh, it's still rendering. Some noisy, but you can see some details and looks really cool. I hope you like it. And your questions now. Where is it? Here. Yes, we are here. It's been awesome. Good. Thank you. Really nice work as always. May I ask you why you prioritize the base color so much? Because of the main intention. If you don't have a main intention of the color, it will be harder for you to complete the materials, because you will do more actions to customize each material without color. When you got all your color palette in the scene, as you can see, I compare the color with the material. If you don't have with what you compare, you can like zoom into your object. You think that it looks cute, then you zoom out, for example, and see how it looks in interior, and you don't like it, and you need to change it one more time, and one more time. With color palette that you customize with the base color, it's way more deeper understand what you need to get. First time I hear of this program, amazing. Oh, first time. You need to hear more. So join the next workshop, join the course if you want to learn more, because we addicted with the 3ds Max Corona and so on and so on. So to make the cool pictures here. Thank you very much for your time and work on all these workshops, and like always looking for the next one. Yeah, the next one will be also very, very cool, so it will be next week. What is the starting time of the BG 15? The same as workshop, so we're starting at 6 p.m. by European time, so absolutely the same as we're starting workshop. Дякую, будь ласка. Thank you. Many thanks of this workshop. Okay, guys, so I hope I will see some of your renders of this room. You can mention us in Instagram, for example, and we will see your result. Also, don't forget to share this link for the workshop to your friends, to your social media, and don't forget to like this video, because I hope you really like it. So see you next time. I'm really happy to have you all here, and see you next time. And don't forget to join the course. Bye.